So here's an interesting image in these days of COVID. A water fountain. Uh, I wonder what the future of these is. Last year, I had a guy come and work on this water fountain, and he managed to be able to turn the refrigerant up such that the water that comes out of this is just delicious. I mean, it tastes wonderful. It's so cold and refreshing. But I wonder now if people are going to see this as an image of danger, disease, germs, and if people are going to stop using these, if we're going to cover them up with like cellophane or something and never use them again, and instead we'll use these again and again and again, and we'll make more and more plastic all over the place. But people will be afraid of these. It won't be life-giving water. People will be afraid, and they'll maybe only be comfortable with something like this except in their own homes. I don't know. I sort of hope not. I enjoy drinking out of this fountain, and as I'm kind of the only one in church aside from Rachel, and she doesn't use this, I've been liberally drinking from this water fountain without fear because nobody else comes in. As I think about this water fountain today, I'm thinking about a story in the life of Jesus when he comes to his kind of water fountain. He comes to the well. You know the story of Jesus and the woman at the well. He sits down and asks the woman for a drink, and she's surprised by him asking her. And Jesus says this to her: "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asks you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." Jesus is using the well as a teaching point. He wants the woman to realize that he comes as the Son of God to offer something wonderful to her. Life-giving water, that is, a joy that never goes away. And the woman at first is puzzled by this. She doesn't know what to make of Jesus. She has further conversation with him, and as he reveals some things to her that she didn't think people knew, and she could tell that he was kind of omniscient, she is amazed, and she goes and shares the message of the gospel, the fact that Jesus, the Son of God, came and visited with her to her whole community. She becomes a great witness of Jesus and of the living waters that he offers. Jesus does offer us living water. That is, he offers us that inner peace that flows because we know God cared enough for us to send Jesus into this world, that he loved us enough to die for us and rise again, and that he offers us an eternal place in his kingdom. And that's news that just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing, even in good times and in bad, even in happy times and in sad. We can count on that water to just keep flowing, and that ultimately it will lead us to a place of forever joy. So, whether you drink from the water fountain or from a bottle like this, remember, Jesus is the living water, and his love keeps on flowing and flowing and flowing for you. Thanks for being with us today on Every Day with Jesus. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.